All right. What's up, everyone? Jammer here again from Jammer's Wrestling Magazine collection. I appreciate anyone who took the time to watch my last video about the WWF magazines and, the price of them getting higher. Now, this is not so much that. This is about the WCW magazines. These are a magazine that was just based for WCW. That's the first one that came out in November 1991. And I have everything from November 91 to December 92. And then I have a few from 93 and 94. But if you look back here, they're really colorful. These things are they're all color printed. It's pretty sweet for what you got back here. And an interesting thing too about these magazines, if you look here at the names, first of all, editor-in-chief, that would be Craig Peters. And he did the Stanley Weston magazines, like the Pro Wrestling Illustrateds and The Wrestler and Inside Wrestling. So it's kind of neat to see that these were, pretty much an after magazine. Now, these lasted until 1994, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but man, they got... So this is March 94. Now look here, though. They have some color still, but paper and black and white. So they clearly wanted to, cheapen out on the magazine, and this may be near the end. I'm not entirely sure what the last issue was. I don't think I have it. But these ones, like I said, these ones were cool. These were really neat. They even had specials come out. Like this one's on Sting. You got the 1993 yearbook, which is a lot like, if any of you WWF fans out there remember the old WWF Superstars magazines, where they would have a picture of a wrestler and discuss about the wrestler. Interesting thing here, this magazine came out, I want to say, it's got to be either early 93 or late 92, based on who's in it. But hey, right here, look at that. Hulk Hogan's name included because it talks about Tony Atlas kicking Hulk Hogan's butt, I guess. But there's the man stunning Steve Austin. But yeah, these were cool. And this was, I think, maybe another one of these came out in 94. I'm not entirely sure. And then there was, the Power Picks, which is just action shots of your favorite moves from the wrestlers. And that was kind of neat too. Anyways, now, we talk about this WCW version. I do not really care for this magazine. I really don't. I have it because I got them in a lot with these. These are way bigger. Like, look at this. Look at that. Look at the difference there. That's crazy. But this is the Hogan era. The Hogan and Friends era. And I was not a fan of that era of WCW. I did not like 1995's WCW. There was nothing about it that I liked. I remember getting excited when I heard about WCW Uncensored, because it was supposed to be like no rules and such. And I remember watching ECW on a local TV station here. Yeah, in Canada, we got ECW, the hardcore television, on. I live an hour away or so from Detroit, Michigan. So there was a TV channel, WADL TV 38, and it aired ECW on it. So I got to see a lot of the stuff that most people were just reading about in magazines who lived in Canada, because they just didn't get that channel because they weren't close enough to the Detroit border for the USA. But I got to see it, and I was excited for Uncensored, thinking, oh, it's going to be like hardcore violence and bloody. And the only bloody thing, of course, was the Blacktop Bully and Dustin Rhodes in the back of the semi-truck, and they got fired because of it. So, man. But the cool thing about these I'll say this, the cool thing about these is that it is colored. Like, you do get colored, and it's like that for all of them. And so you don't really, and you get a poster in the middle, which is neat. And so that's one bonus. I mean, you used to get posters in these too. The posters you got in here, I don't have all the posters in these, unfortunately. but I think I got the Dustin Rhodes one. Yeah, see? You pulled them out and you put them up. And there's two-sided posters. There's the man right there. Good old Dustin the Natural. But, man, these were fun to read as a kid. And nostalgia kicked in about a year ago, and I said I had to have them back. And I found a couple lots on the old eBay. Got them for really good prices, and still trying to get the rest of the ones I need for 93 and 94. I don't know. I could probably get them off eBay.com in the USA, but with the exchange rate and the shipping costs and such, it just seems really ridiculous to purchase from there now. I'm hoping that someone in Canada, through Kijiji, Marketplace, eBay, ends up having a bunch of these magazines, this kind, and would like to sell them. And I get the ones I need. These ones, like I said, I don't care. I have 1 through 10 in a row of these. And then I also have issue 12, which has Relive the Four Horsemen Golden Years. I wonder where that is in here. I'm sure there's a sweet poster of Harlem Heat. Oh, there it is, the Four Horsemen Golden Years. So they actually show Barry Windham with the World Television title, which was when he was a babyface in 1992, feuding with the Dangerous Alliance and stunning Steve Austin. They didn't show him with the U.S. heavyweight title that he had in the Four Horsemen. Then there's, the 1990 version kind of gets overlooked. I thought Sid really made a nice addition to the Horsemen. That's just me. I thought that group was pretty cool, and I think it gets underappreciated because people want either Rick, Arn, Barry, and Tully, or Rick, Arn, Tully, and Ole. Even the Luger one was pretty decent, right? Rick, Arn, Luger, and Tully. But then, of course, this would be the third last one, because Pillman left and they replaced him with Mongo McMichael, and then Arn had to retire and they replaced him with the man of 1,000 holds, Dean Malenko. So, yeah, just really one page of the Four Horsemen. That's it, eh? Looking back, there it is. There it is, folks. The Four Horsemen. They only had two incarnations of them, I guess. Maybe 3, I don't know. But actually, they had a lot more. They didn't even mention Pretty Paul Roma or show a picture of them. But, so yeah, anyways, these WCW magazines were great. I'm 100% sure there was magazines out before this that were WCW, but I think they were like NWA style. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure there was. But I never saw them anywhere in variety stores for me to get. So all I ever saw was this one. I actually owned this one as a kid, the first edition. And then I missed like a few of these and I got back into it again. Back then it wasn't, when you're, how old this would have came out in 91. I was 10 years old then. So it wasn't like I was hitting the variety store on my own. I'd be going there with mom or dad, and then I'd look at the magazine rack and see new wrestling magazines. And of course, I always based it on who was on the cover, which, as Bill Apter said, I think he said that Dusty Rhodes was on the most covers of the Stanley Weston magazines because Dusty Rhodes was the most recognizable and sold the most. So it made sense for Dusty to be on the cover. And I totally get that. And I'm going to talk about that down the road too, magazine covers, because I noticed something. Pro Wrestling Illustrated is still out, but man, some of their covers, if a non hardcore wrestling fan, if it was just a casual fan, they're probably not going to buy it because they're probably not going to know who's on the cover. I get it that PWI is trying to be like showing respect to a lot of the lesser known name stars or lesser known name wrestling organizations. And man, some of the people they have on the cover, I'm like, why are they on there? So, but that's for another time, another video, another discussion. So thank you for watching this. Please like, please subscribe, please share, please discuss, please comment, do whatever. I don't really care. I'm not into this trying to make money or anything. I'm into this because it's fun. I love wrestling magazines. I've been collecting so much in the last few years. I thought, what am I going to do with these? I have so many of them. I need to do something. I got a new cell phone. I thought, man, I can do videos. I have a YouTube channel. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. So that's what I'm doing. So thank you so much for just being there and enjoying the ride with me. And until I do another one, take care. All right. See you later.